I keep seeing mini room shadow boxes on social media, and wow, they are just the cutest little scenes. The only problem? Most of them have so many layers and tiny pieces that they can be tricky and sometimes downright frustrating to put together. That's why I wanted to create a 3D craft room that's both detailed and easy to put together. Plus, I'll show you my special trick for tackling intricate layers without losing your mind. Hello everyone, JenniferMaker here. And it's a beautiful day to learn how to make your very own craft room shadow box. And oh my goodness, isn't this absolutely adorable? Just look at these tiny Cricut tools, a sweet little chair, cute little plants, and even a mini cutting mat. I'll walk you through assembly, layer by layer, sharing tips as we go, so you can see it all come together. The joy here is really in the process, seeing each tiny detail find its place. When you're ready, grab your Cricut Maker, Explore, or Venture, along with cardstock, vinyl, and glue dots. Then settle in, get comfy, and let's build a mini 3D craft room you'll want to shrink down and live in. I have all 16 layers cut and laid out here in front of me, face up. They're numbered in the bottom right corner, which makes it easy to keep track of the order. We'll start by stacking them from the bottom up. Layer 1, the white border, doesn't have a number since it's the topmost layer, but it hides all the numbers below it. Now grab the shadow box frame and remove the backing board and the spacer. Set them aside for now. I like to give the glass a quick clean with a little isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free cloth. With so many layers of cardstock, we don't have to worry about depth. There's no need to add extra spacers. So today I'm using small, flat glue dots to keep the layers together. They're less messy than glue and not as visible as foam, so they'll work great for all our tiny details. Layer 1 goes into the shadow box first, face down. Peel a glue dot from the roll, then press it onto the cardstock. Nice and simple. Keep the dots evenly spaced so your layers are well supported. Then pick up layer 2 with the green dangling leaves and flip it face down onto layer 1, using the box's inside edges to help line up the layers. Then gently press down the glue dots to adhere the layers. Surprised that the green cardstock is white on the back? There's a fun reason for that and a little cutting trick I'll show you later when we get to the design space steps. For now, keep going with the next couple of layers, adhering dots just around the border in the same spots. The top shelf and the bottom of the desk start with a layer 3 and are in all the rest of the layers, so make sure to add glue dots along there too. These areas are a little thinner, so stretch the dots into long, thin pieces before pressing them into place. Before adding layer 8, add a couple dots to this rectangular piece in the center of layer 7 to support the cut mat. Add those on the back of layers 8, 9, and 10 as well. Layer 10 adds lots of fun orange details, including a flower pot, a sheet of paper on the cutting mat, and a drawer. I love how this mimics the cheerful chaos of a real craft room. The next layer, layer 11, has the cutting machine but not the cut mat on the desk. So add the frame and shelf glue dots, then place them where the Cricut Maker will be, and continue. With a layer 12, add glue dots just around the border and horizontal bars again. Layer 14 has some of my favorite details. Light blue for our easy press, matching paper in the tower, and a light blue square that will become our lovely bluebird. Add a couple dots where the pictures will be for extra support. And finally, add in layer 16, which is the solid light teal background that ties everything together. Add the spacer on top, then place down the backing and secure the tabs. And now for the best part, flip it over. Look at this. Every layer is stacked perfectly, and all those little paper details come together to create a full scene. I just love how much detail this shadow box has. To make this exact project, head over to the free resource library at JenniferMaker.com/762 to grab the free designs. Click Get a Password if you need one, or enter the library. Then search for design number 762 and click on the project file to download everything you need to get started. Inside the zip folder, you'll find the design files. I'll use the SVG with the Cricut. If you're not sure how to unzip or upload files, just go to JenniferMaker.com/SVGS for a beginner-friendly walkthrough. Here's how the Craft Room Shadowbox SVG looks on the Cricut Design Space canvas, with all 16 layers neatly stacked together. They're designed to fit in a 10-inch by 10-inch frame, but always measure the inside of your specific shadow box to be sure. If you need to resize for a larger box, make sure the lock icon is closed. Then adjust the height field to match your box. The width will update automatically. I don't recommend resizing for a smaller box since you'll lose important details. I'll keep mine at 10 by 10. If you want to change any colors, ungroup the design and spread out the layers. Then select any layer, click the color box, and pick a color you like. I'll make the Easy Press pink, but be careful. Changing any layer's color changes the color of all parts of the design connected to that layer. To preview the changes, click the Select All button, then click Align and Center to restack the layers. My Easy Press went from light blue to pink. But so did the bird and one of the paper slots. I liked it better before, so I'll click Layer 14 in my Layers panel and change it back to light blue. Now if you're thinking, what if I made a custom version with the real craft room layout? You're going to love this. Inside the Advanced with JenniferMaker program, I teach you how to design your own craft room shadow box using this special toolkit in Cricut Design Space. I'll even show you how to add some text so you can truly personalize your craft room and bring it to life one layer at a time. Find out more at JenniferMaker.com/advance. When you're ready to cut, select the Maker 4 in the top right, then click Make. On the Prepare screen, make sure your mats are set to 12 by 12 inches to match the cardstock. Then select the first mat again and click Continue. I'll choose medium cardstock for the material and set the pressure to more for cleaner cuts. The first 10 mats are all the same, so check Remember Material Settings to speed things up. Place the first sheet of cardstock face up on a green standard grip mat. Then use a brayer to smooth it down. Check that your premium fine point blade is clean and in the clamp, then press the flashing load button. Press the flashing middle button to begin cutting. Once it stops cutting, gently lift a corner to make sure the cut is clean. If your cut doesn't go all the way through, you can press the middle button again to repeat the cut. When the cuts are complete, unload the mat, flip it over onto the work surface, and roll it back to release the cardstock. These small square areas are a bit delicate, so use the spatula to help lift them away. Then cut the next few mats the same way, using a weeding tool to poke out any areas of cardstock left behind and scraping away leftover bits on the mat. Now for the green layer with the dangling leaves, let me show you one of my favorite tricks for cutting intricate details. First, use a paper trimmer to cut a piece of vinyl a little bigger than the design, about 10 1/4 inches square. Then lay the cardstock face down, peel back about 1 inch of the vinyl carrier sheet, and carefully place the sticky side of the vinyl in the top left corner of the cardstock, lining it up with the edge. Press that edge down with the extra large scraper so it's nice and secure. Then slowly pull the backing from underneath while smoothing the vinyl onto the cardstock, just a little bit at a time to avoid bubbles or wrinkles in the vinyl. Once it's fully adhered, check the edges and trim off any excess vinyl. Then place the cardstock vinyl side down on the machine mat, with the vinyl in the top left. Change the material settings to cardstock for intricate cuts with more pressure. Then let the Cricut work its magic. Now when you cut this layer, the leaves will hold together so much better. I recommend using this trick for the teal Cricut tools layer too, but really it works beautifully for any layer with lots of little details. Once the layers are cut, they're ready for assembly. If you don't yet have a Cricut to make cutting intricate pieces a breeze, check out the monthly giveaway on my blog for a chance to win one of these amazing machines. And there you have it. Our beautiful 16-layer craft room shadow box is ready, complete with a Cricut Maker, lots of colorful paper, and tiny little tools to help out. Whether it's a proud piece of decor for your craft room or a gift for another crafter in your life, I think this little shadow box is a reminder of all the joy and creativity that lives in your space. And if you're spending more time trying to figure out Cricut Design Space than actually making things, I put all of my best cheats into a guide I call the Cricut Coach Playbook. I filled it with simple step-by-step diagrams of all the things we do in Cricut Design Space, so you'll know exactly what to click, where to find tools, and how to make it work for you. It takes out all of the guesswork and just gives you more time to do what you love: crafting. Head on over to CricutCoach.com to grab your copy and make every crafting minute count. And I would love to see your finished craft room shadow box. So be sure to join us on Facebook at JenniferMaker.com/Cricut-Crafters and share a photo in our group. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.